What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Trey Jones. Today we're going to be talking about anxiety, nausea symptoms. Go ahead and smash that like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt. Leave me a comment down there. Let me know if this is a symptom of anxiety that you deal with. Very, very common. I dealt with it. Many other people are dealing with it. This is a safe place, a safe zone. Leave a comment down there. We like to help each other out and support each other. Let each other know that we are not alone. So share your symptoms down there, your story, whatever you want. It's all welcome. And we have a really bright light coming in through the window today. So be patient with that. And you can I'm over here glowing, okay? I'm glowing for you guys. So yeah, anxiety-related nausea is very common, something that I dealt with pretty much on a regular basis. Luckily, I didn't deal with it 24/7. Some of you guys are dealing with it 24/7, and my heart goes out to you. There's nothing more unmotivating than nausea in general. We've all been sick before. We've all felt nausea, but anxiety can make it happen a little bit more, and for some of us, unfortunately, like 24/7. So I actually talked to a couple of my clients via coaching, have expressed how hard it is for them to be motivated and to actually focus on recovery when they're dealing with this nausea on a 24/7 basis. It's also important, guys, that I let you know that I'm not a licensed mental health professional. I cannot diagnose you, encourage or discourage the use of medicine. I just can't do that. But all I do really is I relate with you guys, show you that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that you can overcome this. But I do encourage you to see a professional. Even my coaching clients, when I'm talking to them, I'm like, are you seeing a therapist or a psychologist, psychiatrist? And if they're not, I encourage them, look, you need to see that person in addition with me. If you're gonna do coaching with me, you also need a professional, and they went to school for that. They can help you with a proper diagnosis. They can help you with medication concerns as well. Now, as far as seeing an actual medical doctor, this is important, guys. You need that initial reassurance for any anxiety symptoms, all right, that you're experiencing. Now, when it comes to nausea, you want to rule out something else, especially if you're dealing with it on a regular basis. I don't say that to scare you, but it's just always good to be safe. Now, if you have health anxiety or hypochondria, some of you are getting way too much reassurance. So we're trying to find a good balance with that. I know that can be difficult, but once you find out that anxiety is causing that, then you need to kind of back off on how many times you're going to the doctor for the same issue. So try to balance that out, guys. So anxiety-related nausea, so unmotivating. I just wanted to sit in bed. You know, I didn't really want to do much. Luckily for me, this would only happen when my panic attacks would happen, or just really high levels of anxiety, or an anxiety attack, which is just like a longer duration, less intense panic attack. And this is when many people experience it. There are a few that deal with it all the time, and there could be some other things going on with that, and I'll explain that a little bit later. So what is happening, guys? Well, you probably guessed it, our fight or flight response. So we're trying to run away, or we're trying to fight off something that we believe is dangerous. Now, the problem is this isn't really a dangerous situation. Taking a test, meeting new people, leaving the damn house, getting in a car and driving, a symptom, a common bodily sensation. We are viewing these things as if a lion or a tiger or a beast is trying to kill us. So we're trying to run away from this, or we're trying to fight it off. This is what causes these crazy symptoms, which you wouldn't be worrying about otherwise. If you were dealing with that, and you think if you're fighting off a tiger, would you worry about your nausea, or would you worry about your heartbeat and stuff? No, you wouldn't. You'd be fighting for your life. The problem with these symptoms, they're so scary because we're sitting still often, or they come out of nowhere with our panic attacks, or we're having to sit in a car or be in a social situation. No, that makes things very, very scary, and it's understandable why people freak out with this, and now I was no exception to that. So, with all that being said, our heart rate goes up, all right, our blood pressure goes up, our muscles get really tense because we're trying to fight, or we're trying to run away. Now, does this affect your digestive system, Yes, it does. It actually shuts it down, if not significantly slows it, because digestion is not a priority whenever it comes to getting away or fighting something off. It's extremely fascinating when you think about it. This is why education on this is very, very important. You can go do your own research like I have. It's very, very interesting. But once you start to understand how this all works, and and how anxiety can be causing these symptoms for you, you'll feel a lot better. It's reassurance, and you'll become less fearful of it. And that's kind of the process that happened with me during recovery, is figuring out how this works. So when the adrenaline is going through our body, digestion really is not a priority. Okay, so less blood flow is going to our digestive system. Our blood is actually getting redirected to our heart, our brain, our major muscles, okay, like our thigh muscles, our core, so we can really run or fight if we have to. So the digestive system is no longer a priority, and this is when nausea can set in. That's one of many things, okay? There's a higher production of stomach acid during these periods of time, so stomach acid can actually make you feel more nauseous. Obviously, when you're shallow breathing and rapid breathing, a lot of trapped air and extra gas is produced at this time. So extra gas and entrapped air can also make you feel nauseated. You just have this churning in the stomach, the butterfly type feeling. I guess if you wanted to explain a butterfly type thing, it's just a lower end version of the anxiety nausea. And many of us actually figured out what the butterfly type feeling was whenever we were a child or a teenager. So that's kind of like a lower end beginning stage of being actually sick to your stomach because you're stressed out. But yeah, our stomach just sits there and it churns, and this can be affected by that. If you just have intense anxiety for a very long time, your stomach can actually get hurt as far as stomach lining and inflammation. So whenever this happens, your nausea can actually happen on a regular basis. Now, as far as relief, guys, there are a lot of things that you can be doing for your anxiety, and I'll always include that in the description. But it wouldn't hurt you to have a chance to fight this off as far as anxiety in general and to recover and to be able to focus a little bit better. Go talk to your doctor and see if they can get you something to help with the nausea. There's a lot of different medications out there. Talk to your doctor, okay? A couple of my coaching clients take something that seems to help a little bit, help them get through their day. Because there's some people out there that are dealing with this 24/7. Me, I dealt with it when my anxiety was super high or I was having a panic attack. So, and guys, I'm not gonna say that this isn't possible, but there are people out there that throw up and vomit. I never actually vomited or threw up or even had dry heaving or anything like that because of my anxiety, luckily. But there are people out there suffering out there that are getting so nauseous that they're actually vomiting and can't keep food down. So if you're dealing with that, it is not a bad idea at all to go talk to a doctor about that situation and see if they can hook you up with something to make life a little bit more quality while you try to fight this off. As far as relief for these symptoms of feeling nauseous, having the heartburn, the extra gas, things like that, you really want to make sure that your diet is really on point during this time. Give yourself the best chances possible. Stay away from the sugar, the caffeine, the alcohol. Those things are not going to help at all. Try to eat as little processed food. Also, something that could help is apple cider vinegar. It's great for your heartburn, but it's also good for gas. It's also good for digestive issues. So apple cider vinegar, Bragg's with the Mother or Heinz with the Mother, those are two great brands, very, very cheap. Just 2 teaspoons of that in a glass of water. You can mix some lemon for taste. Make sure that you drink with a straw because it can be a little acidic with your teeth. But that's something that I used every single morning. It made my stomach kind of settle down. And I also didn't have any heartburn whenever I did that. So something so freaking cheap basically fixed my heartburn. So that was amazing. I still use that today. Some other things, guys, it's just working on your anxiety. I know many of you want like bam, bam, bam when it comes to relief for your anxiety symptoms, but the truth is, guys, is that there's not a lot of instant relief. And even if you were able to relieve yourself for a short period of time, if you don't fix your anxiety, if you don't fix the root problem, these symptoms are going to still happen. Your subconscious mind is going to still be sending signals to your body to produce these symptoms. And anxiety manifests in various symptoms for different people. You know what I mean? They vary from person to person. My biggest issues were chest pain, but some people are dealing with nausea 24/7. Some people are dizzy for 24/7. Okay, so it depends on the person. It also depends on what they fear the most. And oftentimes with my nausea, I would freak out. I would jump to conclusions. I would think that I was either having a heart attack because I had that with also the chest pain and the numbness, the tingling, all of that, the whole 9 yards. Or I would think it was cancer if I had it multiple times a day because it was persistent and I had looked up. If you're Googling this stuff, guys, please, I beg you, don't do it. I've never felt better after Googling, so don't make that same mistake. But if you're dealing with nausea, with your anxiety, very, very normal. People have been experiencing this for years and years and years. It is part of, Jesus, I can't talk today, guys. is part of a normal process, okay? Your body is trying to get you out of there. It's trying to save your butt. It's trying to help you fight. And it comes with a lot of crazy symptoms. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. It feels good to get a video out. I apologize for the lighting. It's just really intense today. But I guess I worry too much about stupid crap sometimes. But like this video if you got value. Again, leave me a comment. Let me know if this is something that you dealt with. Somebody's gonna get with you. We're gonna help each other out today. There are resources down below. And as I mentioned, I do anxiety life coaching now. Yes, it is not therapy, it is life coaching. I help motivate you, push you in the right way. I give you a personalized strategy. You get that emailed to you. You get my free book. And you also get email support for a week after the call as well. So it's an hour minimum, email down below. So be sure to hit me up if you're interested in that. I'll give you some more details if you want. Also, there are other resources down there, so check that out. My tips are always in all of my videos, so no excuse for you guys. Follow the tips and follow them consistently, and don't just give up after a few days if you're not seeing the results you want. Okay, that's a big problem with recovery. People are not patient, okay? You gotta be consistent and persistent, okay? All right, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Action is better than just motivation. Take some action. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that notification bell so you get updates when I put these videos out in the future. And aside from that, guys, I love you all. Keep fighting, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. Talk to you guys later.